Hello and welcome. I'm Lucila Williams, the founder of The Intentional Advisor and the author of the Intentional Insider blog. Today's topic is something that's kind of near and dear to my heart. This really kind of came out of my own personal development work, kind of thinking about how to improve my life in different areas. So let me ask you this. Is there an area of your life that you want to change, but you just don't have faith that it will get any better? We have a tendency to lose faith that we can improve something at all. Maybe there's an area of your life that you've put in effort over and over and over again and really gotten nowhere. So it puts us in a position where we just feel like the future is going to look like the present. So I created a positive affirmation to myself that's a little bit different than what we would usually do. So rather than some big positive thing that we aspire to, that everything's going to be completely different than it is right now, it kind of is a reframe that lowers the bar and brings it down to something that I think we can believe in. So the mantra is, it could be worse and it's getting better. Okay. So it's just a tiny shift. So you're recognizing what is, like, it's not great. Like, we're not happy with this area of our life, but it could be worse. So this takes us to kind of this place of gratitude for what is, even though what is isn't really that great. And then there's this, but it's getting better part of it that says, wow, you know, what is could be worse, but I have the ability to make incremental improvement in this area of my life. And we didn't say it's going to be fabulous tomorrow, that we're going to have some grand transformation in our life. We just quietly opened the door to make some incremental improvement in this area of our life. So I personally believe that trajectory, the success is all about trajectory. It's all about where are we going, kind of where are we headed. It's not about the pace of that trajectory. So I don't care about the pace of change. I care about being consistent, incremental, and then constantly continuing to improve. So it's getting better. It gives us a realistic hope of improvement in an area that we may have struggled in the past. So let's kind of play this out, do a couple little scenarios where this might, kind of hit home for you. So imagine that you have an assistant and your relationship's not that great. You're kind of struggling, I'm going to say she, but she or he is not quite hitting the mark the way you'd like to. So kind of the first part is it could be worse. I mean, they could be committing fraud. I'm guessing they're not if they're still working for you, right? It could be worse. They showed up to work today, might have been 10 minutes late, but hey, they didn't no-show. So it's looking for these areas of how could it be worse? And it's funny that you almost, by going more negative, you go, oh, the present isn't so bad, right? And then it's getting better. So think about something like maybe she learned something new last week that really added value. Maybe there's some new task that you taught her. It's like, you know what, she took that off my plate. It is getting better, right? Or maybe you just started a process like sitting down each morning to have, a 5 or 10 minute meeting, and it's helping you communicate. Maybe there's some area that it's beginning to get a little bit better. You can see a crack of improvement, right? So it could be worse. She could be Bernie Madoff's niece. And it's getting better. We have identified a couple of areas where we can continue working on. So hopefully, kind of when you play that out, it makes you feel a little bit more optimistic about the future with that person. So let's go in a complete different direction and let's play a new scenario. Let's imagine you have a goal of 2 fee-paying clients a month, right? So you want 24, advice-based fee-paying clients a month. But the truth is you're nowhere near that, okay? And you know that, and you've never been near that, right? So it could be worse. Let's imagine that you did start 5 last year. No, 5 is not 24, but it is a start, right? It could be worse. You do actually get referrals every now and again. I mean, so people actually do trust you, right? It's getting better. You have a networking group that you've been working with for a year or two, and now it's starting, those relationships are starting to get deeper. You can feel a change there. It's getting better. You're getting a few referrals, but you're getting a little bit more confident in asking for them. So what can we do? And so once we take that monkey of the absolute negativity off your back, then it opens the door for that next step of how can I gain momentum? So maybe that networking group that you started working with, maybe there's somebody in there that you have really good synergy, and maybe you could go to events with that person and kind of be a tag team, a wingman type of situation. Or let's say that you're getting a little bit more eloquent in asking for referrals. Maybe you add it to every single agenda for 3 months and see what happens, right? You start feeling a little bit more empowered around the actions that you can take. So I personally think this kind of little mantra for me is very useful in areas where I feel like I'm struggling or where change isn't possible. It could be worse, and it's getting better is a simple tool that you can use in any area of your life. That's personal relationships, business goals, business relationships, whatever, to get you out of the negative frame of mind, kind of honor and recognize what is really going on in your life, and then give you that possibility of positive improvement without being a Pollyanna, without pretending like everything's going to change overnight. So I hope that this will help you kind of make some positive change in your life in some area you're struggling in. If you think this mantra, it could be worse, it's getting better, is valuable, share it with a friend. Do me a favor, kind of forward this video on to someone, maybe even kind of, if you have friends like I do, kind of share it with someone and say, hey, next time I get like down the negative rabbit hole, let's play this game together. Because I will tell you, I do that with my people at work and also friends. And now it's become a big joke, when we start to complain, it's like, it could be worse. And then how's it getting better? So share this with a friend and maybe make it part of your accountability conversations. Also, if you would like to brainstorm how we could use this in your life, you are welcome to join the TIA Mastermind group on Facebook. So that is a kind of advisor-only community, so it's private. No one else can see inside the group. And you basically ask to join, I'll let you in, and you can come in and share your wins, your challenges, areas that you're really stagnant and trying to use this. It could be worse, it's getting better mantra. So to find the TIA Mastermind group on Facebook, just go on Facebook and search for groups, TIA Mastermind group or the Intentional Advisor Mastermind group. Both should get you where you need to go. Ask to join and I will let you in. So I will see you next time, but before I go, I challenge you to find a way to add just a little bit more purpose to your life and your business today. See you next time.